Hi, very good morning to all of you. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Teo Pei Kian. I'm the first author, and the second and third authors are Associate Professor Dr. Yusri and Professor Dr. Sukri. Today, I'm going to share with you about an article which the title called Industrial Design Graduates' Perspective on E-Learning in Higher Educations. Let's move to the introductions. First, let me have a brief to show you of today's topic. All of us know that nowadays the theory teaching methods as used in earlier time cannot provide sufficiently well for students learning, especially for a design program like industrial design. And the arrival of innovative and technology-driven teaching era has changed the way of interaction among educators and students. So the use of the internet, digitalization, and virtualization enables the integration of technology and educational resources to help form a learner-oriented teaching environment. And what's the background of this research? Teaching and learning for a new era requires a new model of industrial design educations because the technology is changing every year. This is mentioned by European Union. So it means the industrial design education strategy needs a set of teaching methods that influence innovative development, which creates something unique and turns it into knowledge. For the research objective for this research have two. The first is to study perception of e-learning system as a creative teaching method for industrial design program. And the second is to investigate the outcome of e-learning system as a creative teaching method for industrial design program. Okay, let us have a view of e-learning for industrial design graduates. E-learning is learning to utilize electronic technologies to access educational curriculum outside of a traditional classroom. In most cases, it refers to a course, program, and degree delivered completely outlined. So I just picked one of the important points to show you. According to the University of Freiburg, e-learning in higher education allows visualization of complex collection of facts through multimedia presentations or simulation processes. Industrial design lecturers and students able to support construction of design knowledge and competence through communicative and collaborative projects. Okay, now let's move to the methodology for this research. So a quantitative research design was conducted to examine industrial design students' perception on e-learning. So for the respondents, have 35 industrial design students and the location placed in Johor Bahru, Malaysia. And this questionnaire have 4 sections with 15 questions, section A, section B, and section C, and section D. And the data analysis was done by using SPSS version 22 as to determine the descriptive statistics. Now, come to the results. So the results were presented in 4 sections according to the questionnaire. The first is 3 questions from section A. So you all can see that the table 1 is showing the gender of the respondents, table 2 is the age of the respondents, and table 3 is year of study. And when we go to the section B, is the item number 4 and number 5. So you can see that the table 4 shows the definition of e-learning which understood by the respondents. The respondents could choose more than one meaning which they believe to be true for the term e-learning. It can be noticed that majority of the respondents understood that e-learning can be used for online course learning, which is 77.1%, and web-based learning, which is 54.3%. However, there were also two respondents did not know what e-learning was referred to. And for the table 5, more than half is 51.4% of the respondents spend 1 to 3 hours of time on e-learning per week. Let's move to item number 6. So the next question of the survey questionnaire in item number 6 is related to students' purposes of using e-learning. As shown in table 6, the respondents use e-learning for variety purposes, such as to submit assignments, is about 91.4%, and to check the announcement posted by lecturers or tutors, which is 62.9%, and to access study resources, which is 65.7%. So we all can see that and go to the table 7. Table 7 shows the students' perception on live student lectures over internet. Most of the students, 25 out of 35 respondents, believe on the item, while 10 respondents still doubt on the applicability of having live lectures. And for the table 8 is showing that the students understand that by using e-learning, they can get immediate feedback on the questions asked, just like in the normal classroom. So a total of 23 respondents choose option yes, so means that they can understand. While the remaining 12 respondents choose option no, so means that they still feel doubt about it. Okay, now come to the item number 9. Item 9 requires the students to show the degree of agreement on the statements which apply to the respondents the most. Majority of the respondents show their agreement, including like both strongly agree and disagree, on all the statements mentioned in table 9, and the mean of the statements above equal or less than 2.0, which gave a meaning of the results was skewed to agreement. So now, when we end from the section B, we go to a section C. Section C is about the table item number 10 and item 11, and later on I will explain the following. 23 respondents stated that they receive off-campus support when they face difficulty in accessing the resources from e-learning, while 12 respondents did not receive support when they were off campus. And according to the table 11, the students, about 74.3%, perceive that technology can help them to access study resources effectively. And when go to the item number 12, table 12 shows the result obtained from the respondents regarding the benefits that they can receive when they are using e-learning. Among the 7 statements, the respondents believe that by using e-learning, they can access to information easily, which is 85.7%, can have a safe digital environment, about 54.3%, and about 65.7% can learn at their own pace. And it can facilitate the management of student records, is about 51.4%. However, only a minority of students believe that e-learning can help them to get the solution easily, about 22.9%. And also 28.6% can have both synchronous and asynchronous learning. And about 34.3% can reuse of content. Okay, now let us move to Table 14. Table 14 shows the challenges encountered by the respondents while they are using e-learning. It can be noticed that the students did not face many problems when they were experiencing e-learning, as more of the students choose option no than option yes. The only challenges which faced by most of the respondents was that they did not have access to computers. Okay, now come to the end is about the discussion and conclusions. So based from the results, the objective of research are fulfilled. They do not need to stay in a classroom as to attend a 2 or 3 hours lecture, but they can study at home and receive the same quality of knowledge that they can gain when they attend the class. It can help the students to improve their learning and they can finish. So we can see that the industrial design students believe that e-learning was a type of learning method which was carried out online. However, the students were not keen of using e-learning through they understand that they can use e-learning for a variety of purposes. And e-learning can be used to support traditional lecture method, and it can promote collaborative learning among students. So we can see that Lazari and Yaya mentioned about e-learning promotes interaction among the students, and the students can cooperate with each other regardless of the environments because it can be used anytime at any place. And finally is as to replace the traditional learning method and to enhance the effective of industrial design students' learning, live lectures should be a creative way of teaching the students, whereby the students can study at a place which they are comfortable at. So that's all my sharing and presentation today. Hope you enjoyed and thank you very much. Bye bye.